And we're going to talk about the book in some detail, but do you just want to introduce the book, 52 Red Pills? It's a very, very catchy title that immediately arouses curiosity. So I'm sure people are waiting to understand what it's about.
So, I'm not the only hyper-learner in the family. I'm married to Siddharth Banerjee, who's also the co-author of the book. Siddharth and I have been together since our B-school days, so over 2 decades that we've been together. Really, I think the one thing that the two of us do best together is hyper-learn. Mm-hmm. We learn all the time. In fact, in my worldview, Siddharth's middle name should be evolution. So I think what happened with 52 Red Pills is that over the last couple of years, we've been experimenting with various kinds of learning. So every year we set out a task for ourselves, we figure out what next we're going to do. Mm-hmm. There were these couple of years that we ran a 4x4x4. So every member of the Banerjee family, so Siddharth, me, Oishi and Tavishi, the 2 daughters, each of us would pick up 1 language, mm-hmm. 1 skill, mm-hmm. 1 sport and 1 musical instrument.
Right.
And pursue that.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, well, in 3 years, in fact, we would start, so we did multiple things, right? There was, across the 4 of us, so there were 16 things happening at any given point of time. There was photography, there was baking, there was salsa, there was French, there was Sanskrit, there was German, there was guitar, there was violin, there was drums. So all of this used to happen. So we've tried with multiple formats of learning, hyper learning, picking up new skills, picking up new knowledge, new wisdom. And I think this was a culmination of all our years of hidden trial and practices. So this happened in 2017 December when we were on our winter break, and we sort of sat down and said, okay, so I had gone off on this trip of ancient wisdom, and there was a lot of texts that I was reading, life hacks that I was picking up, all from my ancient scriptures. And I would wake up Siddharth in the middle of the night to say, at 3 o'clock in the morning, we could be doing this. This is what happens if you do this. But he finally decided that he was going to organize this into a structure for us. Right. So that's when we sat down and we made a long list of about 63 topics, mm-hmm. Which were all things that we wanted to know more about. Mm-hmm. And then once that happened, we sort of cut it down to 52. And 52 Red Pills, 52 because 52 weeks of the year. Red Pills has been inspired from the very famous movie trilogy that we all know, where Morpheus offers to Neo the blue pill or the red pill. The blue pill takes him back to the daily life of the ordinary, right. And the red pill takes him down the rabbit hole, where we don't know how far the adventure extends. So this is just our journey of adventure, right. 1 week at a time, topics that we wanted to know more about. And that's how the title came about, is 52 Red Pills. And I have to credit Siddharth entirely for the discipline of having made sure that every week of 2018, mm-hmm. we actually put a red pill out there. So every week we picked up a topic. I did my research on ancient wisdom on that topic. He would do research on contemporary wisdom or contemporary knowledge. We would then meet an expert on that subject in that week. Wow. And then the third step was where we would have our discussion, our debate, the iteration, the vaad, the vivad, and massage out the relevance of that red pill to our daily lives. And then we would just sort of put it out there on our social media feeds.
Wow.
So really it was a personal hyper-learning journey for a couple that began this. As it turned out, it slowly became a movement, took a life of its own. We had our own Red Pill community around it. Mm-hmm. Friends and family started contributing, getting excited about this, participating in this. And really that's how the book happened in 2019. So,
right. Wow.
That's the story.
Wow. So it's an incredibly huge amount of work that you've done. I think people who are listening to the interview are lucky they got somebody to do the heavy lifting for them. And they can read the book and look at all the 52 pills and then decide how many pills they want to take and which pills they want to take.
Actually, take your own pills. You don't even need to follow our journey. These were topics that we wanted to know more about. So these are 52 topics that Siddharth and I wanted to learn more about. In fact, the joy of this book is that it's a playbook for you to create your own 52 Red Pill journey. And the reason you must do it for yourself is because learning, in fact, is the highest ROI activity. Right. And so the maximum ROI that you can get on yourself is in investing in yourself, in learning something new. Right? And this book is your playbook. In fact, right at the beginning of the book, We actually run you through the process of creating your own 52 Red Pill journey. At the end of every week, there are tasks, sheets, things for you to do, act, think about, learn more about. So this is really about you creating your own journey. Of course, you're welcome to find out about the topics that we've learned about, but more than that and much more than that, it's about you creating your own journey. So please do buy the book, do invest in yourself, do create your own playbook, use this to create your own 52 Red Pill hyper learning journey.
Great.